Hi everyone, welcome back to Shireen's Art Corner. Today I'm going to show you another video on image transfer using laser print. So let's get started. Alright guys, so for this project we are going to need a liquid gel medium. Here I have Mod Podge gloss. You can use any medium you have. Some sponges to spread the Mod Podge, pair of scissors, and here I have a canvas. And of course the mailing labels. Now this is what we're going to be using to print on. I'm going to print on the glossy side, so I'm going to show you how to use these mailing labels. So what we're going to do is going to peel off the stickers. So there's 2 per sheet on this mailing label. If you'd like to purchase these, I've got an affiliate link on Amazon down below. But what I do is I like to stick both of the stickers together and then just set them aside for notes or whatever. But we will not be printing on this. What we will be printing on is the carrier sheet for the labels. Again, there's a glossy side to it and a matte side. We're going to print on the glossy side. This technique is only for a laser jet printer. You do not want to use inkjet because then the ink will just sit on top and it'll just get smeared all over and will not work. So let's put this through the printer. And here is our image printed on the glossy side. Alright, and so now we're just going to cut the image to size. So I'm just going to use just one of the tiles here, so I'm just going to cut one out. Just make sure you don't scratch it because again it is still toner and it's on the glossy side, so it can still be scratched, so just be careful not to scratch the image. But here I'm going to just cut the image to size and I'm going to start spreading the Mod Podge on the canvas. So even though the image doesn't fit the entire canvas, I like to spread the Mod Podge on the entire canvas just so that it looks like it's one and it doesn't have like edges around the image only. So I'm just going to use the sponges that I have, and I just get these at the Dollar Tree in the makeup section. And so I'm just going to spread it one way and then the other just to make sure I have a good coverage, not too thin, not too thick. And just in case I missed any spots on the canvas, what I also like to do is add a layer of that Mod Podge onto the image itself, just to ensure that I have full coverage for the image. And now I'm just going to place the image face down onto the canvas and just really burnish it in. The paper does get wet and get curled on the edges, so just pay extra attention to the edges and make sure that you push those down, get any air bubbles out. You want to try to avoid getting any of the Mod Podge on top of the paper. Then it's just a little bit harder to peel off because it kind of glues itself to the canvas. So just do that, and we're going to let it dry. So I had questions from my last video about using a heat gun to, for the process to be faster. But even though I use the heat gun here, the paper is just too thick for that, for the air to go through and actually dry the Mod Podge. And if you do it too long, you'll, burn the paper and, probably damage the image. So, for this technique, really patience is key. You definitely want to wait for the image transfer to happen on its own. This might work a little bit with the canvas because there's air coming through the canvas. But like for wood or glass, this technique won't work because there's no air going through the actual substrate. So I just recommend you keep it overnight is best. But, I think 4 or 5 hours also works as long as you don't have really clumps of that Mod Podge on your canvas. So we're just going to set that aside. Alright guys, so it's been about 6 hours now. The image and canvas seems completely dry to the touch, so it's time for the final reveal. And I'm just going to take an edge and just start peeling it off slowly. As you can see, in some parts the paper didn't come in contact with the canvas, and so there are some specks that didn't get transferred over, but overall it was really good transfer. As you can see, the center did really well. So just make sure you take care of the edges and just pay extra attention to the edges, and just peel off the paper. And as you can see, the image came out really nice. I hope you guys give it a try. Here it looks glossy, but if you use a matte gel medium, it wouldn't be as glossy. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys soon.